Okay, so we open the front end and the back end with npm run dev, and right now we are in the localhost 3000. And courses, we have our login and our register. Okay, so we're gonna control shift I so we can check out our Redux right now. And let me see, right now we have nothing here, so let's register a user. So let's see, let me see, let me put a Honda, or yeah, let me see, Honda, I don't know, a Honda bike. Okay, Honda bike, like that. Your email, we're gonna put in Honda bike, what is that, Honda bike at gmail.com. okay, Honda biker, yeah, Honda biker, like that. And then we enter the password 1234 and confirm your password. So let's submit it, and as you can see here, we need to see the actions. So it's gonna be pending, fulfill, or if it's rejected. So let's submit it, and here we see pending and then fulfill. And we go to the auth state. So here we see the user. So we have the ID Honda biker, as you can see right here. We have the email Honda biker, and this is our token. And if you're wondering, this comes from the backend. If we go into the backend, we go into the controller folder, user controller, and I think it was like a 30 for here. Yeah, we create the user, we have the user, the name, email, password, and if the user, so we have this condition, if the user, we have the ID, name, email, and the token. That's the reason that here token set into the generate token user ID. Okay, that's the reason we're getting it right here. Okay, so now if we refresh it, let me see, if we refresh it, the user is still here. Okay, so let's see, if I refresh it again, the user continues. Why? Well, we need to log out, but we don't have that function yet, so we need to create it. So if we go into the application, we go into localhost 3000, we have it here. For example, the user, this is the key and the value. So the key is the user and the value is all the stuff. Okay, so as you can see, we have the email, the name, and the token. Okay, so we have that. One simple trick I can do is just delete it from here. So just delete it and then just refresh it. And that's not, let me see, register. Okay, so edit right now, so we can log in. Well, we cannot log in, we're gonna do it in the next video, but now we can register a new user. Okay, so we can go outside of the backend, and now we need to create in the register. We need to go into the front end, we need to go into the register. So front end, source, what is register, features, no, pages, register. Okay, so we need to go, what is the auth slice? So let me see, we're looking for what is the auth slice. This is the register, and let me see, no, not here, I mean in the auth slice. Okay, so here we have export cons, auth slice, and we set it to the create slice. Okay, so that's fine. Above that, we are gonna create the export cons, that is gonna be, you guessed it, logout. So it's gonna be let me see, it's gonna be export cons, and it's gonna be logout. Okay, and we're gonna create a sync thank, and we're gonna set it to the auth/logout. Okay, so we have the auth, yeah, we have it right here. So the auth/logout, this is gonna be an asynchronous function, and here we are gonna await, for the auth service that logout. Okay, so yeah, like that. We are gonna, yeah, we created this function. So export cons logout, setting it to the create async thank. The auth state is gonna be logout. We're gonna have it in the service in a while. We have a function an asynchronous function we await for the auth service that logout. Okay, and then this is a function. It has the parentheses, and just keep an eye for your closing curly braces and parentheses. So if we go right here, okay, so yeah, we still have no error showing up. So let's save it. Okay, so right now let me see if we need something else. No, right now no. So we need to go now into the auth service. We need to go into the auth service. So we have the register and we have the auth service right here. Let me see, and let me put just yeah, logout user, that's fine. And here the only thing that we need to do is just create a function. So const logout, we set it to an arrow function, so parentheses, then your arrow function, curly braces, and then we're gonna have our local storage that remove, and inside of the parentheses we're just gonna remove the user inside of single quote. Okay, let me see, this is not like that. Oops, like that. Save it. Yeah, let me see, yeah, so we have this const logout, that's fine. Yeah, and we set it to an arrow function, local storage that remove iron user, that's fine. Let's save it. Okay, that's fine. Let me see, so we have that so far. Let me see, so we have the okay, we are in the user right here. We have so far the register and the logout, and we need to const auth service. Yeah, we need to pretty much log out right here and just save it like that, and we can put a comma as well. So we have that. We have this was is in the auth service. We have our register function as well as our logout user, or just simple logout, so something like that. Let me see, so we need to go now into the header file. We need to go into the header file and the components. So we have into the header file, and here we have the library fa sign and all out all in the fa user, that's fine. We need to bring the logout, and let me see, it's okay. So we have the link, yeah, the link, that's fine. We also need the UseNavigate here. Navigate, and I put it together because the UseNavigate as well as the link, we bring it from the React router down. Okay, so we need to go right here and we need to import the UseSelector and the UseDispatch, and this comes from the React-Redux. Okay, yeah, that's fine. And then we just need the functions, the logout functions that we just created, as well as the reset function. Okay, and that comes from the auth slice. Okay, so from the auth slice, this is the logout function that we just created, as well as the reset. This is the reset that is setting everything to false. The errors, we setting it to false. A success, we setting it to false. It's loading to false, and the message to single quotes. So we are gonna, yeah, we're gonna bring it as well. Save it. And let me see. So we have in the, okay, so we have the header, we have this div right here, that's fine. Below we have the UL here, another list, and then we have the list items. So we have two list items below. We have link to login. Yeah, it's fine so far. Let me see. So yeah, this one goes to courses, this one link goes to login, and FN sign in login, that's fine. Okay, so we have we brought everything that we needed right here, but now inside of the header we need to initiate here. So we have the function header, parentheses, open curly braces, okay? And inside of the curly braces, just above or before the return, we need to initiate the navigate. So const navigate, we set it to UseNavigate. We also gonna do the same for the dispatch, setting it to UseDispatch. And finally, we're gonna have the const open curly braces, the user state, okay? And we're gonna set it to the user selector, and then we're gonna have an error function. We have the state, and then where that comes from, it's gonna be a state that auth, okay? So we have that. Yeah, we have that so far. Let me see, we are still here in the link. That's fine. We have the another list, the list item. We have the link too. Yeah, that's fine. Now we're gonna use a ternary operator. So we need to go into the, let me see, we need to go, let me see. So we have this ternary operator right here, and we need, I'm gonna put it like that. So we need the user, okay? So let me see, no, like that. Okay, so we're gonna have in the user right here. I'm gonna put it like that. So curly braces, we are gonna have in the user ternary operator. So we're gonna put in the user, otherwise, okay, we're gonna have the user, otherwise we're gonna have something, we're gonna have the user, then we're gonna have something, otherwise we're gonna have something else. So colon, and the something else is gonna go right here. And just, yeah, let me just put it right here. And so we have the user, something, and then something else, okay? And inside of that something else, we are gonna have in our what is that, these two list items, okay? So but these two list items cannot be inside of the parentheses. They have inside of this, how do you say, angle brackets. So we can just grab this is one list item, this is two, okay? So we just gonna cut it and pretty much paste it right here. So let me just fix it a little bit. Let me put it okay like that, and let me just save it. Let me see. So I have a list item, here, and let me move this one. So I have another list item there. Let me see, and let me move this one a little bit here. Okay, that's fine. And this is my first angle bracket, and here I'm closing this angle bracket. That's fine. And okay, so I'm gonna grab this one, and this is gonna be in this parentheses, okay? So if user, we're gonna have something, otherwise we're gonna have something else. So the something is gonna be this list item like that, and then the something else is gonna be the bracket with the two list items, okay? So we can save it for now, and I'm gonna fix it a little bit before it goes a little bit to let me see, maybe put it like that, and I'm gonna move this one over here, this one a little bit right, yeah, like that. And Yeah, they should be like that. And maybe this list item, move it in that particular, yeah, that would be fine. Okay, so we have if use, so we use the ternary operator. If user shows something, then no, otherwise show something else. So if there is the user, we show this one, the first list item. If there is not, we're gonna have these two list items, but we need to fix it a little bit. So let me see, everything is fine so far, and let me make sure that everything we are not gonna be using a link here, but okay, so no more air dispatch navigate, yeah, that's fine. Okay, so this one goes into the login. Let me see. Yeah, this one goes to the login. Okay, that's fine. So let me see. So we have the user, and here we have a list item. Yeah, that's fine. And instead of link, we're gonna have a button. Okay, so we can just let me see what it was. Yeah, let me. Okay, so we have the user right here, that's fine. The list item, that's fine. And we are gonna change that one for a logout, like that, just our logout. And this one is gonna be fa sign and sign out alt, that's fine. And we can just delete this one. Is gonna be a button, just like that, a button. This one goes right here, so we have a button as well, so we are opening and closing this button. Okay, but here we need to have the on click, so we're gonna have it on what it was, on click, so like that, on click. And let me see, open curly braces, and we're gonna set it to on logout. Okay, we don't have that function yet, we're gonna create it. So we have the button, on click, and we setting it to the on logout. Okay, that's fine. So these are the functions. Yeah, maybe I can even put it like that. Okay, so let me see. Yeah, we have the error because we don't have the on logout yet, but I want to make sure here in the first list item we have the login, that's fine. Link to login, yeah, that's fine so far. Let me see, everything is fine. So make sure that these two in the ternary operator, this list item and this list item, so we have two list items, they cannot be inside of the parentheses, they have to be inside of the parentheses, but inside of this empty set of brackets, okay, of angle brackets, whatever you want to name it. Okay, so let me see, what else do we need? Oops, I close it. So yeah, on logout is not defined, so we can just pretty much go below the user and just create it. So yeah, I did it for me. So const on logout, we setting it to an error function, and we dispatch the logout function, we dispatch the reset function, and then the navigate, so we can set us to the localhost 3000 or just the slash. Okay, so we have that, save it. Const on, let me see, yeah, see, localhost, login, and then register. And here we have the on logout, error function dispatch, we dispatch the logout function, dispatch the reset function, and then just the slash that sends us to the localhost 3000. What else do we need here? So the only thing, yeah, pretty much we are done. So the only thing is just go into the auth slice, and we're gonna go below here, and just we're gonna have an add case. So we're gonna have the logout that fulfill commas, that is the first argument. The second argument is gonna be the error function with the state, and then state that user that we need to set it to null. Okay, so add that case, logout that fulfill, state error function, and then state that user, yeah, and we setting it to null. Yeah, we need to close the curly brace and then the parentheses like that. Let me see, save it. Okay, so this parentheses goes here, and this curly brace goes right there. Okay, we can close it, and yeah, they should work now. So let me control like that, and I'm gonna just Control C. So I'm gonna do it again. Let me close this one, and I'm gonna npm run dev. Okay, and now we're gonna create a new user, any user that you want, and then we're gonna log out to, let me see if this works. So MongoDB, and now it's gonna send us to the localhost 3000. Okay, so localhost 3000, or just the slash. Okay, so we need to log in, register, and then Control Shift I, and I'm gonna go into the not recorded but Redux. Okay, so there's nothing here as you can see, so I'm gonna put in courses. Okay, courses. Okay, this is the full stack for courses. So let's, I don't know, maybe what else? So what's a course? Electrical engineering. Okay, so I don't know, yeah. Or circuits. Okay, circuits. Okay, enter your email. It's gonna be circuits@gmail.com. okay, so let me see, 1 2 3 4, and then 1 2 3 4. Let's submit it, and we have pending, that's fine, and then fulfill, that's perfect. Okay, so then we have circuit@gmail, and then we have our token, as you can see, all the stuff, that's perfect. And if we go into the perform memory application, yeah, we have it right here as well. So circuits, the name, the email, and the token. Okay, that's fine. So let's see if we log out. So let me log out, and as you can see, it deleted the user from the local host, from the storage of the application. So let's see into the Redux, and as you can see, we have deleted a user, or well, not deleted, but we have log out successfully. Okay, so we have that so far. And if we go into the Compass, so I'm using MongoDB as my database, so I'm gonna go into my Compass, and if I go into the connect, it's connected. So let's see if that user has been added. So we have courses, and let me see users. So PJS, BMW, Honda Biker. As you can see, the Honda Biker that we just created, it has been added as at the back to the database, to the MongoDB. It has been added right here, as you can see. And also the circuits that we just created, so the ID, it has been created, so this is in the backend, so we are able to add these users to the backend. So, and we are able to register, add these users, and we are able to log out. So now we need to, in the next video, we're gonna be able to, we need to work into the login, and to into the login. Okay, so let me see the courses. So right now we have C++ and the chemistry. Okay, so these are, we're not we are gonna be dealing with that later on. But as you can see, we are able to create those users. And as when you remember, when I went to the application and the user was still here, I just deleted the user. So I deleted from the storage, but still it remains in the backend, in the MongoDB, as you can see, Honda Biker.